Well, well, I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm trying, but it ain't working. Well, well, I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm trying, but it ain't working. Huh. I I guess we got a little bit of music in there. I don't know. I tried typing, and the type I was sending a message to Pompeii, and just the typing messed it up. I guess I hit characters that changed the frame or something. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, we got a friend in the background here. I'm gonna bring him up to say hello. There he is. Hi,
Hello.
Lee.
Oh, hello. How are
Nice.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, very well, thank you.
Lee and I've been chatting for a while here, so I'm kind of up to date with what's going on. He's got a new channel. Tell us what your new channel is.
It's going to
It,
be the same as the old channel, but without the profanity.
so okay. So Lee is cleaning up his act.
Yeah,
That means we don't have to delete him anymore or
yeah.
put him in
Well,
timeout. So that's a good thing.
my mum was really cross with me, and I went to visit my mum after about 18 months, during all
Yeah.
this. And after all of that, we're not allowed to talk about it, finished, and I went to visit my mum. I got a ticking off. I was a naughty boy.
Good job. Good job, Mama.
Yeah, yeah. And
That's
Lee is
great.
very, very sorry. Lee is very, very sorry, and he won't do it again.
Amen. Amen.
He'll
Well,
try not.
we get. Listen, you were an absolute genius. We love we love you. We love having you. We want to get some more music. We want to do some skits. We want to
Yeah,
have fun. So get yourself wound up
yes,
in a very upbeat,
you
positive place, and we'll get our jester back.
yeah, but without the
Right,
lady
without what?
part
Right,
talking
exactly.
bottom things and the
Yeah, I know.
naughty, naughty mouth.
Right, potty mouth, potty mouth. Right.
Uh, are innuendos okay? Can I say innuendos?
Nah,
Right.
it ain't worth it.
We bought a cat and it was raining, and it's not my cat, it's Sue's cat. And Sue's cat came in, and I had to say to her, Sue, your pussy's all wet.
Yeah, see, we can't do that.
That's an
We're just,
innuendo.
it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Oh, so
You,
we
you
can't do
already
that.
got, you already got two strikes against you.
But it's a true story. Sue
Doesn't
has,
matter.
it's
Yeah,
called,
there are a
it
lot of
was,
true stories. There are a
it
lot of
was,
true. I could tell true stories all day long and get banned all day long. Listen, I want to check in here, see what's going on. I'm happy to see you. Make sure
that's
you
all.
post your link.
No more innuendos.
No more innuendos.
Yeah.
God bless you, Lee. All right. The Nanu Aquarium guy, Big North. Hello, Big North. Nice to see you. I understand that Naresh has created um, or has turned on a feature, a YouTube feature that makes it requisite for you to be signed up on my channel, subscribe to the channel in order to be able to comment. The way I understand it works is if you start to comment, you're not subscribed, it'll ask you if you want to be. If you decide not to, you won't be able to post. We're doing this because we're trying to get to 10,000 and it's slow as molasses. So I'm hoping all the new folks will have a sense of humor about it and appreciate the opportunity to get an occasional YouTube video from Father Fish, and will come in and chat with us. So that's what it, those of you who are already on board won't know about that, but people like Big North may very well. And Big North, we just gave you a blue wrench. Who else is here? Emily. Hello, Emily. Pompeii Ranch. Chris Trapp. Hey, Chris. Aqua New Grow IG. Hello, Aqua Negro. Nice to see you. David G. Hi, David. Ed's picking up cichlids. Hey, Ed's. Nice to see you. There's Sue, Psychedelic Hippocampus. She's going to be, she's all packed up and ready to go. You're leaving this weekend? Is that what you said? Going to her new home in wherever in the world it is she's going. Somewhere out in the middle of the country. I don't know. It's not Utah. I don't think it's Utah. Roman Chirac. Hello, Roman. The Nano Aquarium guy. Glenn Bailey. Hi, Glenn. Emily James Green. Hello, James. Deborah Shear. Craig. Craig Doniker. Craig's Catfish Cave. Good morning, Craig. Nice to see you. Good morning. It's evening here. Good evening here. Whatever time it is there. Mermaid's Chorus. Hello, Mermaid's Chorus, saying hello to Lee. Debbie Russell. Hi, Debbie. And it just jumped 15 minutes down. Debbie Russell. Ruben. Tori. Hey, Tori. Nice to see you. I'll try to get back over to Discord right after this, and we'll see if we can't have a bit of a shark meeting. We do live video meetings on Discord. Isn't that wonderful? And you can too. All you can do is come over and join us. Pompeii, Tori, Lee, are you behaving yourself? You want to comment on that? Tori's asking you if you're behaving yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there you
go. Business, and then you suddenly put me on, and I didn't ask you to, and I was behaving myself. I'm not swearing or anything. And I'm just writing to Roman, Craig.
Oh, good. All right.
Catfish Cave. And Michelle Kinsley, and Lee, Tropical Fish Keeper. He's awesome. I'm writing to him as well.
Maple Street is here. Hi, Maple Street.
Only if you bring me back up.
I'll take you off.
Thank you.
Okay. Rob Lakeman. Hi, Rob. Good evening to you. Nice to see you. We're going to turn you blue, Michael. Rob. Michelle Kinsey. Hi, Michelle. Oh, no innuendo. High-rise window cleaner. Hello. Who else? I'm down to the bottom. Look at that. Amazing. All right. Going to Missouri. Closing on the house sale Monday. Okay. So I know you sold at your closing. Well, that'll mean you'll be able to get in the car with a pocket full of money. Won't that be nice? I'm sorry, Lee. I shouldn't have done that. All right. What's going on here? Do we have any questions? Is anybody... Lee, we want the jester back that made great music. Yes, we do. I've been talking to him about that. Well, we're gonna do our best. You bet. Pompey says, Lee, you're hilarious. He is a funny guy. Amazingly funny guy. Craig Doniger. Craig Doniger. Oh, she's Roman Sue is going up to live near her mother's got a piece of property. They're going to put a house on. Her mother has an exquisite piece of property. So they're going to be very happy. And there's a creek right near her. Check out her channel, Psychedelic Hippocampus. She did a video. She's a really excellent videographer. Just one of the best. I wish I could get her out here to work with me. She's really exceptional. Her camera is her eyes. And not very many people know how to do that. But she really has a clear sense of that. So she's got that camera looking at all the things that she's interested in. And it's not like jumping all around the way mine does. It's like focused in. She has a piece of where she's in a creek, and it's just wonderful. Really delightful. Oh. It's nice that you think so, Lee. Dennis Christensen just finished an order with Aquatic Arts, 20% off. I have yet to order from them. Oh, I got a new name today. Picked it up. Where in the world was it? I was watching Ohio Rescue, and they mentioned Lone Star Rare Tropicals, I guess. And they had some pretty cool stuff. They had an Australian lungfish, which are illegal to export out of Australia. I don't think they're illegal to import, but they're illegal to export. I had a friend once, years ago, many years ago, used to bring them in. They've been illegal for export for a long time. He would ship cases of Australian wine to the U.S. and the wine bottles had little Australian what are they called, lungfish in them. I don't think you could get it through these days. They're much too cautious about everything. Probably one of those mad dreams I have. Yeah, likely. Craig Doniger, Misfit. Who's he talking? Well, as if we didn't know. Tori. He says, leave the ladies alone or I'm telling your wife. Yeah, you don't want to get Tori on your case. No. Not a good thing. I used to have friends too many, many years ago. You got more friends now than you've ever had. You just don't know it. Oh dear. What else? I tell you, let me just rat on Ohio Rescue a little bit. I was just watching their video. I've watched a lot of their videos. They have probably the biggest, most impressive collection of saltwater fish, probably of anybody anywhere. It is absolutely astounding. I was watching them today, and they had their 2-foot abba, Gymnorchus niloticus, my all-time favorite fish. Abba, the Nile River fish. Scientific name is Gymnorchus niloticus. It is an extremely difficult fish to get, and even more difficult to get it acclimated. Once you do, it's solid as a rock. But it's really hard to get them in. They're caught wild in the Nile River, the headwaters of the Nile in Africa, in the what's it called, the Ivory Coast. They're caught rarely. They have to be shipped individually. If you ship two little babies together, they kill each other. They're like the bowfin. You can't put baby bowfins together. You wind up with one. They're like sharks. I mean, they're terrible. They just beat each other to death. And the abab are the same way. Occasionally, wholesalers used to get them in. They don't even bother anymore because they lose them almost all the time. Occasionally, you can get one that's a little bigger, like 6, 8, 10 inches. I was able, a couple of years ago, I got 5 of them. There are 5 brought into the wholesaler. They wanted, I don't know, an ungodly amount of money for them, and I bought every one of them. And within in a period of a month, every one of them died. Was not able to keep one. It was so sad. And I had them separated. It just did everything right, but they couldn't make the transition. And they probably were damaged. They're an air breather. They probably were damaged in shipping. Could have lost oxygen or who knows. Anyway, fabulous fish. But I was talking about a hair rescue. And absolutely remarkable. Thank you, 503 Aquatics, for your $2.99 super sticker. Appreciate it very, very, very much. Thank you so much. There's a problem, though, with Ohio Rescue, and it's not unique to them. It's a problem with virtually every fish keeper that has a long-term hobby that maintains, particularly that maintains large fish. They all feel like they need to keep them in bare tanks. And while you can do that, and you can do it successfully, it requires a very high level of discipline. Discipline in terms of keeping the filters cleaned. Debbie Russell, thank you for the $4.99 super sticker. Thank you so much, Debbie. You have to keep the filters clean. You have to keep the biological system active so that you can be denitrifying ammonia. You can't just throw the filters, throw them out, clean them out, put new in, and set them up, because in a bare tank, you're removing all of the biological filtration, which means you're removing everything that's burning off the ammonia. So that's a real issue. The other issues, you have to be doing regular and routine water changes. If you're feeding at all heavily, those water changes need to be once a week, absolute minimum. And if you're feeding really heavily, you should do it every day. Well, when you've got a load of fish, like Ohio Rescue does, that puts an enormous burden on the staff. They're busting their butts 24 hours a day just trying to keep all those fish going. And they really don't need to do it. They really don't need to. Now, I'm not putting them down in any way at all. I appreciate what they're doing. They're getting a lot of really quality fish out to serious hobbyists. They're providing a service and a function that is desperately needed. I ran a fish store for 20 years. I know how badly what they're doing is needed. But they're doing it in the hardest way they can possibly be doing it. Here's my challenge, and I need to get hold of them and throw this down to them. Set up one tank, any one, doesn't matter, 10 gallon, 1,000 gallon, one tank. Put an inch of dirt in the bottom, put 2 to 3 inches of sand on top of it, and let her rip and watch what happens. I think if they could, get over their anxiety about dirt in the tank or about having to clean the sand, if they could get past all that, they could take an enormous burden off of themselves and at the same time be able to keep their fish in an extraordinarily healthy environment, a natural environment. They're in a unique position to do it. And they're just like so many other people. They're scared to death to make the effort. And it's sad. It's really, really sad. Because it works brilliantly. Lee, you want to, Lee's back here clapping. You want to, right. Right. He knows. I met Lee when he had dirt. He had dirt in his tank and it was not working well. He knew to have dirt. He did not know to cap it. I got him to cap it and it just changed from night to day. It was just brilliant. There it is. There it is. Look at that. That tank's been through some changes recently.
That tank, and I reached out to you. Oh my goodness.
2 years ago.
We were moving home and I was terrified. I didn't have a problem moving home. But what do I do with that aquarium and all of my beautiful babies in there, Luke? And I had the plecos and all the mollies and the guppies. They're quite hardy fish. I've got my frogs. I've got my snails. What do I do? And you told me exactly how to break it down, transport it, put it back together again. And, oh, can I tell you something else as well that you'll remember? And I'm going to take over for a minute.
Sure.
It's all about you. Don't worry, it's all about you. Sue was not really on my side when it came to my hobby of fish keeping, was she? If you remember back in the day, she loved pretty. Yeah, she loved pretty, but she wasn't as keen as I was. And you said to me, take Sue to the local fish store, have a walk around, and get her to choose a fish or a species of fish or some that she likes. And guess what?
Ta-da!
Yeah. So, oi, geezer. Not only that, when we moved and I put this thing back together again, who chose all the plants? Not me.
Nice.
Sue is a gardener. Sue is a gardener, and she methodically went through the research on aquatic plants. Right? So she planted this aquarium. She planted it.
Yes.
It's doing really well, and look what she bought me. Can you see the?
Yes.
Can you see the thing on top?
Yeah.
That's a housewarming gift from Sue to me, and it is a handmade that she.
Oh, it's lovely.
She designed it. It's made
Wow.
of metal. I've got a video about it. So I won't go on about it. That's for. But you got her on side.
I gotta get back to the chat. I'm being called to account here. I'll get back to you. Okay, so Bateson said Ohio Rescue runs their system through a multi-tier hydro plant setup that catches all the stuff and breaks it down inside the roots of the plants. Works pretty well. That's their big what is it, 3,000 gallon? Yeah, that's a really nice system. I agree with that. And then somebody else said they have a planted tank. Oh, Chris Treb said they have a planted tank. Yeah, you must agree though that most of their plants are bare tanks. Most of their tanks are bare. Most of their tanks do not have anything much in them at all. I've been wanting to talk to them. They don't want to talk to me, but someday I'll talk to them. Elaine Leukart says, I only have one tank, but when my nitrate level gets a little high, I siphon the dirty water into a 5-gallon bucket, and if it sits for a week, the bacteria clean it up, and I can put it back in the tank. Well, all right. Put some plants in that bucket and put it outside, and you'll get some other life in there as well that you can put back into your tank that will give you a food web. Let's see what else. Oh, Jimmy P. Hey, Jimmy P. Sue saying so many of Ohio Rescue's fish are cichlids, and they have their citizen running through a planted pond. That pond is wonderful. Absolutely is. I was looking at it today. In fact, just admiring it. My word, they've got fish there that I've never been able to get. Just amazing fish. Wonderful, wonderful collection of fish. That big electric eel, I used to have one that size. I had a 5-foot electric eel that I wound up not being able to keep, and I shipped it to the Chicago Aquarium, the Shed Aquarium. I had just met oh my goodness, this is terrible. So John Coleman. I just met John. He was curator at Shed. This is in the late 70s. And I shipped this eel to him, and they put it on display. It was Henry Hall's eel. And at that point, we couldn't keep it for whatever reason. But we got it up there, and it did well. May still be there. Is it legal to keep fly river turtles in Florida? Chris, good question. I don't know if they're illegally sourced. They are bred. There is some breeding going on. I've seen 1 or 2 in Florida. It's legal to have them, but you have to be able to prove provenance. You have to be able to prove where you got them. Like a lot of things that are controlled species. There's some things you cannot have. I bet the only thing you really can't have in Florida that you can't get a permit for is piranha. They will not let us have piranha in Florida. They just won't do it. Because they're convinced that they breed in Florida. What breeds is red-bellied pacu. Pacu breed in Florida. And that technically is of the same family as the piranha. But they have elephant teeth. They have molars rather than sharp cutting teeth. Anyway. Roman says, the plastic of my resurrection fridge drawer has become cloudy. Can't see through it at all. Shall I move the original pond substrate to another aquarium or start with fresh ingredients? I don't know, that's kind of your call, Roman. It's interesting. You've got a lot going on in there. It would be fun to kind of move it over to an aquarium so you'd be able to see it. You've been doing this for months and months and months, and it's just, I know you've moved it outside. Those plastic containers do get cloudy, and there's not much you can do about it. You try a little machine oil or Vaseline on it, but you don't want it getting in the water column. You kind of put it on the outside, it might clear it a little bit. It's probably shock though. So yeah, I think you ought to do both. I think you ought to move it into an aquarium and you ought to start a new one. Yeah, that has been brilliant, Roman. Absolutely brilliant. What you've done has been really remarkable. Whatever you do, do a video on it. We'll all be really excited to see it and to see what you're able to do. 503. 503. Where is this? Did you just pop in another? Or was that from before? Debbie Russell, 499. 503. Oh yeah, she did. 503 did a super sticker, and Debbie Russell did. Thank you, ladies, very very much. Now let's see if I can jump down. Talking about the shark, Debbie. There we go. Yeah. Jimmy P. Hello, Jimmy P. Misfit. Hello, Misfit. Where'd it go? Elaine Moore Dunlap Lee. Debbie Lee Melvin. Elaine Melvin Lee. Chris Patrick Patricia. Patricia Powers. Hello. Delighted to have you here. Nice to see you, Patricia. Debbie Russell. Melvin Reef. Hello, hello. Well, let's see. Elaine says, I have a lot of lakes overrun with plants in my area. I can collect for free, but I need a fishing license because if there is even one microfauna, I'm in trouble. I cannot even imagine. Cannot even. Well, get a license then. I mean, why is that a big deal? Can't cost that much. If you're over 60 in Florida, you get a free. Yeah, get a license. Just do it. Mark and Mindy are still in the tub. Oh my. Maple Street and Melvin Reef. And I'm at the bottom, and we are at 9:05. We started at 8:30. We've got plenty of time, but need to get into something here. Somebody throw me a bone. Pacu are tasty. They are indeed. Lee'll appreciate this. The waters in, I don't have my map. What's the big island off Australia? Northeast of Australia. The big, what is that? What's the name of the island? Somebody tell me, my brain doesn't work. I'm an old man. Huh. The big island. Where that they're shutting down. No, not Tasmania. That's south, I think. The New Guinea. New Guinea? That ain't it. You guys are worse than I am. New Zealand. That's it. Right. New Zealand. Turns out that none of the lakes in New Zealand have big fish. No little fish. No big fish. no game fish. So, what did fisheries do? They brought pacu in, turned pacu loose in the lakes as a game fish, as a food fish. And it's been enormously effective. It actually has. With one drawback. And the drawback is that pacu love to chew on things. They go around, that's what they do all day. They go around chewing on things. And the Aborigines in Australia love swimming. The men in particular love swimming au natural. And there have been innumerable reports of men being attacked in their nether region by pacu, to the extent that some have claimed that they were bitten off, which is apparently not true. But I can be sure it's painful. So anyway, pacu, yes, they're good to eat, and they do like eating people, at least parts of people. See, I can do innuendo. See. Tasmania. I'm sure Jeremy Wade has researched. I dare say he has. How do we get pacu to Afghanistan? Yeah, not a bad idea. It's probably too cold. Probably too cold. Some tribes insist pacu eat testicles. I know, it's scary stuff. Patricia was in New Zealand March of 2020. Skinny dipping? No, I guess not. Yeah, it's amazing. Amazing topography. I had a friend who went, and he was able to get out into a lot of villages. Brought back just a great load of art, native art. Just amazing amount of art. I think I may have a couple of pieces here somewhere. I'll have to try to dig them out. Oh, here's one. Is that one? This might be African. Can you see that? I've got a mask. There's some other big pieces too. Anyway. Tori says, Emily, let's go to New Zealand. Good idea. Emily says, my week is now complete. Oh dear. On the emergency evac planes. Right, we'll ship men and bring people out. But Patricia, I'll never tell Father Fish. Yeah, you will. You won't be able to keep it to yourself. Aborigines in Australia, Maori in New England. Neanderthals round my house, me. And Gollymon, I have no idea what he is. Crystals, pets, and plants. Hello, Crystals. Absolutely delighted to see you. Nice to have you with us. Melvin Reef. Hi, Melvin. Ames Spirit is here somewhere. Couldn't see her slip by me. Hi, Ames Spirit. Frogbit. Emily's saying she's astounded how quickly frogbit grows. It's a wonderful plant. Really an amazing plant. I love frogbit. Sylvia B. Let's see, what's his comment? Do I need to rinse the dry sand from my local beach before putting it in my tank? No, but you should sift the cigarette butts out of it. Not that it's necessarily a bad thing. It is an organic substance. But I would. I will. Generally, it's going to be okay. Unless there's just, refuse there, it should be fine. Herp diversity. My new chicks need basically constantly to be talked to in a happy voice. So even though I have to go, I have this playing to my chicks. They like your voice. I talk turkey. I talk chicken. I talk fish. Who was it? We did a video. Oh, did we do the video? I think we did on talking better. Thought that was so cool. Somebody said they were talking to their better. So we did a whole riff on talking better. Gollyman says, I don't want a wrench. I have strong fingers. I see. Oh, Gollyman's back. Oh, dear God. Is desert sand not suitable for aquariums? Yes, it's perfectly suitable. Where do you think it comes from? Comes from the ocean. The desert used to be under the ocean, and now it's just dry sand. It's all silica. It's all the same stuff. Any sand will do. Any sand at all. Some sand theoretically is soluble. Some sand theoretically is toxic. But any sand you're likely to come upon is just fine. Thank you very much. You will not have a problem with it. Yeah, I did Dubai. Well, Dubai's that's a whole other case. They like spending money in Dubai. They would buy sand from Hawaii and ship it at $500 a pound and bring it in by the ton just to prove they could do it and to show off their wealth, I guess. Amazing to put one piece of frog bit in the tank and watch it multiply. Yeah, or duckweed. You can do it with duckweed too. Works just as well. Tell you what else is nice. See if I can get a little. Boy, I've got all kind of stuff in here. I'm digging down into my tank. This is one of my favorites. Oops. Dripping water on my keyboard. Rickia. I love Rickia. What do you do with my paper towels? Lee's back.
No, he's not.
Okay, he's not. I hit the wrong key there. There was not delivery. He's hanging out. Lee's hanging out in my vestibule. When we're done, we'll probably talk some more. I think this question was missed. Debbie Russell. We're shopping for a 75 acrylic for freshwater, considering ordering a sea clear from Fish Tank Direct in North Venice. Yeah, they buy from Quality Goldfish in St. Pete. That's who manufactures them. I don't think you can get a better price direct now. I think you're going to get the best price from Sea Clear. So yeah, it's a pricey tank, but they are very, very nice. I just today acquired two 200-gallon half circle acrylic tanks that are 5 foot tall, sitting on 3 foot stands. So that whole thing goes up. I think it's 7 foot altogether. Amazingly tall. in mint condition. Beautiful tanks, 4 foot wide, 2 foot deep front to back, curved, a half circle curve. I've got two of them. They came out of a doctor's office. They had them set up for a year, decided they didn't want them anymore, put them in storage. They sat there for a year. A friend of mine located them. We got them out. We've got them available now. We're going to be selling them. They have all kind of equipment with them, including some absolutely massive coral inserts, synthetic coral inserts, huge big things, 4 foot tall, 3 foot wide, immense inserts. So anybody looking for a really big tank at a good price, those are available right now. We'll have pictures this weekend. Crystal says, hello, Mel. Big City Bettas. Gonna lurk one out while I hit the road. Have a wonderful night. Are you on the road today? Are you actually? Everybody's moving. I'm not moving. I need to move. Sue's moving. Big City's moving. Everybody's moving. Be safe. Be safe, ladies. Please be safe. Vanoksky. Hey, Vanoksky. Nice to see you. Oh, yes, she is. Hello at a rest stop. Wanted to pop in, send some love, and say I'm on the last 3 hours of the drive. Really? She'll be in Florida. So she's in Florida. If she's 3 hours away, I don't know which way she's coming in. She might not be, actually, but close if she's not. Well, bravo, bravo. Wonderful. So excited about getting you down here. I want to get up your way and see if we can go out and do some collecting. That'll be great fun. Let's eat duckweed for dinner. Probably would be really good in a salad. Right, Maple Street. Amber, be safe. Yes, absolutely. She's close. Lee says, I have a tank that requires no maintenance. What do I do with my time? You know, this is funny. He asked this question a year and a half ago when I had him cap the tank, and all of a sudden, he couldn't stick his hands in the tank anymore. And he was very angry with me, very upset with me. Weren't you? He's making, right, I know. You were really angry with me.
No, I wasn't.
I'm teasing. But you said you were. And it was because suddenly you didn't have anything left to do. So what did I say? What did I say?
Meditate.
Right. You've reached the level of master.
Sit back and enjoy and meditate.
The master level of fish keeping. Oh, Patricia, dealing with a rainbow that has a fungal infection. Discord has been so supportive. Another salt bath tomorrow. I love Discord. Yeah, it just really is wonderful. We've got so much help over there. Stephen, the biologist, is there. Just so many people who are really knowledgeable and helpful. It's really kind of amazing, actually. Just something that I ran into Thomas today. He helped us move those two big tanks. He's the guy who set up Discord for us before I knew what it was or anything about it. And boy, was he right. So I've invited him to come back in. We're doing we're going to do a cartoon Disney kind of video thing. And I asked him if he wanted to do the voiceover for the cartoon character, and we'll call it Thomas. So he's agreed he would like to do that. So we're going to be working on that, and we may do, if it works out well, we may do a series of videos with a cartoon character. That'll be great fun. Oh, Lee's gonna get 6 more tanks. 6 more tanks he needs. Debbie's saying maybe there's another tank in your future. Ooh, ooh. Yeah. Roman says, Lee, you need to get yourself another tank. Yeah. Everybody's on you. Everybody's on you. Debbie said, thank you, Father Fish. Feel confident about going into this purchase. We figure it should last forever. Acrylic tanks are wonderful. Won't last forever. They're good for about 20 years. And then they get crazed. Acrylic crazing. C-R-A-Z-E. They get microscopic fractures. You see them first in the edges, and then eventually they'll kind of take it over. So acrylic doesn't last forever, but it'll last a very long time. And you can buff them out. If they get a scratch, you can buff it out and make it like new. So you really can, even with the crazing, except where it's in the joint, you can't get to it. Other than that, it can be buffed out. Big city is outside of Savannah right now. Okay. In Georgia. I love Savannah. Nice, nice city. Amber on the move. Indeed she is. Michael Long. Father Fish, I watched your last collection video, and to be honest, I would be happier if you took more people to ensure you get out of the book. I had help. I did have help. The photographer was there, the cinematographer. That was Frank, by the way. Frank was there. If I'd have gotten stuck, he'd have hauled me out. Patricia, with a dirted tank, when should one expect the plants to take off? Because, Lordy, that's not happening in my tank. It may be the type of plants, Patricia. The best thing to start with is fast-growing plants. You can put some slow-growing plants in, but put fast-growing ones in first. Plants like frogbit, plants that are going to really jump up. And then as it gets more stable and stronger, you can begin switching. You can begin switching them out with slower growing plants. Debbie, thinking of rainbows for the 75. I saw a rainbow. Who was it? Who in the world was it? I don't remember. I was watching a video the other day. One of the guys who we all watch, it's magnificent rainbows. There were only about a half a dozen, but boy, they were big and beautiful. Stunning fish, stunning fish. Christina Whitaker, hello, Christina. J.R. Patter. You know, if you need collecting, you can always call. Leave your number with me, J.R. No, Patricia, that all my plans take off. Some do better than others. Val is great. Apologetians are great. But you're right. I mean, there's some that are slow growing plants. Try to find some fast growing, and that'll give you heart. Emily says, I think I need to see rainbow fish in person. It's hard to buy rainbow fish because they rarely look good in a store. It's really difficult to keep rainbows in a store. They need to be in a very stable, healthy environment. And it's really difficult to achieve that in most stores. Some do, but by and large, in addition to which they tend to come in small. So they're not colored up as much as they could be. Michael Richardson, hi, my tank will get a rotten egg fart smell when I stir the substrate. Should I try and suck it up with the turkey baster and add to other tanks? No, and quit stirring it. You'd smell like farts too if you got stirred up. Leave it alone. Quit stirring your substrate. It ain't soup. You don't need to stir it. Start a new one in the other tank. You can scoop some out if you want. That is a way to do starter culture. But do it as a starter culture. Don't get cap it out and set up another tank with it. Use it as starter culture. Just a small amount and sprinkle it. And leave it alone. Quit digging things up. Get your hands out of there. Michael Richardson. Need to learn you. We'll turn you blue so we can learn you. Oh. Suggestion for medium height bushy plants for my dirted tanks. I just got some I really like. Compacta. There are so many. Medium height. Medium height bushy is problematic. There's not a lot of medium height bushy around. Compact is one, but it's really not bushy. It's really kind of a leaf plant that gets a lot of leaves, which is nice. Lee says, never stir the substrate. Right. Siphon the water, but not the substrate ever, please. Let's see. Debbie, fatherfish, would we lightly gravel back the sand or leave it be to refertilize the lower level of substrate? Yeah, don't gravel back the sand. Take that gravel back and use it as a siphon. Don't use it as a vac. You don't want to mess with the substrate. If you get a lot of mulm, you can either add another inch of sand, which will take care of it, or you can siphon the mulm out. But don't stir up that substrate. Water lettuce is another good one if you want a floating plant. Yeah, they're nice, illegal in Florida, but grows really well. That's why they're illegal in Florida. Want to collect some Nitroplus chromis. We can hit the holotype location for Eagle birthday on the way back. Yeah, I got 50 of them last week. We got 50 Gilberti. The Tropus chromis. Blue line, the blue thing killing. Rainbow shiner. I don't think I've ever caught them. Looks like a bluefin killie. It's not. It's got a gold line. Pretty fish. See if I can show it. Pretty fish. I've never caught them. Rainbow shiner. There's another. Wow. I'm impressed. Nitroplus chromosomes. You caught me. Really, really nice. No idea. Never caught one. But I'm certainly interested. Alec the Nice, glad I made it. Nice to see you, Alec. Are they in Okeechobee? David White, the blue sunfish. I haven't caught those either. I haven't caught any of the only ones I've caught are the Everglade. The banded, I haven't caught the banded. They're further north. I've not collected north at all. And they just don't range this far south. Michael says we have 56 likes. Any more before we go to LRB? We're there. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. We're running over. We're stepping all over LRB. All right, we need to go. Selling Val on Get Kills, yes. Well, call me. You call me. I don't have your number. Oh, it's Patterson. Oh, I know. I don't think I've got your number, John. Call me. Call me. David White on your website. How often shall I stir my substrate in a square tank with 3 fish? Gonna beat you over the head. We're done. Hard. Beat you over the head. Love you guys. We got to run. Lucas is here. Bye, everyone.